For revenue collected?
Yes.
So I was asking you, what was the basis of this? Now, you said you're aware of that. So that's what I'm asking you. When you had the teams that had councillors and revenue collectors, was it more successful in terms of collecting revenue than before you had the teams?
Yeah, when we had the team, it was more successful than before.
Okay, so now I'll ask again, how do you know? Do you have a way of verifying that? Did you have figures to compare with? And where did you get these figures?
I think these figures, the reports should be available with the finance subcommittee, maybe in their file.
Okay, we'll give you the file so you can show us these reports.
I will check in there, yes.
And did the General Council ever pass a resolution to approve that 1% commission to be paid to the team?
Because the issue of collectors going with the council.
Did they pass a resolution to approve it?
I should think so.
Okay, so I'll give you both files.
Okay.
Luckily, it's your file, so you should be able to find this information.
Okay.
Okay. And then I believe one of the commissioners was asking you about the commission to the revenue collectors that you said was never paid. And I think you were saying the 5C never paid it to the collectors?
Yeah, they were supposed to pay those collectors for their performance.
No, but weren't they only supposed to pay after you paid them?
No, that payment is not coming from us. It's coming from 5C as a way of motivating the collectors.
Right. And 5C was supposed to be paid out of what?
They are going to look at the system based on their performance, and they pay them based on that.
Again, this is something that's not in the agreement.
No, it's not.
Do you have this in writing anywhere?
No, I could not remember. I don't think.
Don't even have an email where you have said how it's going to be shared, when the payments will be made, whether it is after they've been paid their share or not?
I will check the emails.
And how to assess the revenue collectors?
I will check the emails.
Okay.
Yes.
My colleague has some questions for you on this issue.
Yes, so it's in line with the 5C contract.
Yes.
The baseline, how did you arrive at the baseline in relation to your agreement with 5C?
Yes. We look at the revenue lines. At first, we included everything there, but later we realized that there are certain revenues that that is the subvention, the government rates.
Subvention?
Subvention, yes.
Yes, one.
The subvention, the government rates.
Government rates?
Yes.
Okay.
And the car park fees.
And car park fees?
Yes.
These are supposed to be excluded?
These were supposed to be excluded, but
why?
In the 21 million, they were not excluded there.
Why are they supposed to be excluded?
Yeah, though they are revenues for the council, but we believe that these are not collected by the machine.
They are not?
They are not collected using the machine.
How are they collected?
Government subvention, the government pays to our account.
How about?
The government rates, they pay to our account. The car park from GRA goes to the line ministry, then they pay to our account.
So these are the only three?
Yes.
Three revenue lines that you don't collect using the machines?
Yes.
And so how much was the subvention for 2019?
The subvention was supposed to be 2 million plus, but in 2019 they paid only 500,000.
They paid up to?
They paid only 500,000.
How about the government rates?
Government rates, it used to go up to 1.4 million.
1.4 million in
yes.
2019. Can you confirm?
2019. I don't. 2019 is about. I don't know whether 3 million. I'm not very much.
You don't have the record with you?
I don't have the records unless if you can help me with the record.
$1 million.
Huh?
$1 million.
$1 million.
And the car park fees?
Car park was supposed to be like $3 million.
3 million.
Yes.
Now.
And the expected subvention was supposed to be 2.4 million for that particular year, but they paid only 500,000.
The expected?
2.4 million, but they paid only 500,000.
You received $500,000 in 2019.
Yes, we received 500,000 in 2019.
So the first letter you sent,
yes,
to 5C,
yes,
you had told them that the revenue that was expected or generated in 2019 is $21 million.
yes, including all those ones.
Including all those ones.
Yes.
So what prompted you to send another letter to kind of lower down the revenue line, the amount?
Yeah, because it was later they also requested for our bank statements and other finance.
Did you submit that?
We submitted all of them to them.
So why did you reduce it? Who asked that you reduce the amount?
No, it was after we discussed with them, we realized that from what they have seen, there is a letter to that effect. They wrote an email that they have also discovered that there are some revenue lines that are not being collected by the machine. I have it. I have the email. Maybe if I have the email address of the registrar, I will forward all the emails to him. So we also went back to our framework agreement and look at the revenue heads that we have listed there.
Yes.
And we agree that when you remove that the subvention, the government rates, and the car park fees, it will not be up to 21 million.
And still, it will not also be $14 million.
Yeah, because we are expecting the 2.4 million.
I am saying it will still also not be $14 million. It will be way above $50 million.
Yeah, it should be with the 500,000, because now we have the subvention less by 1.5. Yes.
Do you have the?
Sorry, Council. No, that cannot be correct.
Okay.
Mr. Ture.
Yes.
If you look at the audit report for 2019,
yes,
the government stroke grant is 500,000.
Yes, I agree with that.
It's not 2.4 or 2 million. As of 2019, the grant was 500,000, and that is what you provided for in this revenue and expenditure statement for the year ending 31st December 2019. So what you are saying is wrong.
No, ma, because this subvention,
yes,
sometimes they will pay it in full, sometimes they will pay in bits.
No, what I'm saying is that
for 2019, at that time, it was 500,000.
Yes.
But I could remember they continue paying the balance.
What was the subvention for 2020? Was it not also 500? It was 500, Mr. Ture.
But they continue paying.
Just answer the question. Was it not 500 that was supposed to have been paid to the council?
Yeah, but it was supposed to be 2 million plus. But they only pay that.
How?
That's what we are.
Please provide documentation to that effect. To tell us that it was supposed to be 2 million something, and not 500.
No, that was
because what we have from the documents is that
yes.
2019 government was supposed to pay you 500,000. 2020 government was supposed to pay you 500 as subvention to the council. When did they start giving you? Because I believe that they must have written to say they have increased the subvention that they give to councils.
I don't think I can have any document to that. I will check with the minister.
Thank you.
Okay.
Council, you may proceed.
So you had sent to 5C the breakdown of the revenue for 2019.
Yes.
Would that not be correct?
That would
you
be
have
correct.
Breakdown of actual revenue collected in 2019.
Yes.
So what mattered at the time was not the estimated revenue, but the actual revenue that you collect in 2019.
Yes.
So that would form the basis of what the baseline would be. Not the estimate, but the actual revenue collected.
Yes, yes.
So your agreement with 5C would be, if you collect in 2019 10 million, so when the contract starts, any dollar that is added to the 20 million would be what you will share.
Yes.
Is that not correct?
That is
and
correct.
please, you raise your voice, speak louder.
That is correct, yes.
So that the actual breakdown of the actual revenue collected is what matters between yourself as the area council and 5C.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
That is the case, sir.
In 2019, how much was the subvention?
500,000.
And that is what mattered.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yeah, because we are using the 2019 as the baseline, yes.
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 So the actuals here matter.
Yes.
So now you had sent them 21 million as being the baseline.
Yes.
And you revised the 21 million.
Yes.
And you have sent a letter to the managing director of 5C Energy, Bruce Bitton table. Is that not correct?
Very right.
That was on the
Correct.
8th of June 2020.
Correct.
That was after you sent the first letter, 6th of May 2020. That's probably a month.
Yes.
So let's start with the issue. Why did you revise the baseline?
Yeah, I can say that's what I have told you. The decision to revise it was based on our discussion with them, and
Did 5C request that you revise the baseline?
I think there's an email to that effect.
Did 5C request that you revise the baseline?
No, in the email they advised us to look at they have realized that in that email they have realized that there are some revenue lines.
Yes.
That we have included in our baseline, and those ones are not collected by the master.
And these are the ones you said the subvention?
Yes, these are the ones we say.
$500,000.
Yeah, and that is, they are not part of the framework agreement.
Government rate?
Yes.
And car park fees?
Yes.
Do you have the framework agreement with you?
Framework is here.
Turn to page, is it 5? 5.
Yes, 5. Yes, I'm
the
there.
tax structure of basic descriptions.
Yes.
And this description is what will tell you as to where they are going to collect revenue from.
Exactly.
Is that correct?
Yes.
The first will be financial institutions.
Yes.
You have construction.
Yes.
Transportation.
Yes.
Communications.
Yes.
Media services.
Yes.
Printing and stationery. Manufacturing industry.
Yes.
Professional service. Security firms. Real estate. Entertainment. Restaurant and bars. Supermarket. Mini market. Tradesman. Carpentry. Blacksmith. Goldsmith. Technicians. Livestock. Seafood industries. General trades. Clinics and pharmaceuticals. And hotels.
Yes.
The next page you have vehicle sales and services, other businesses, transfer of land certificate and rates.
Yes.
So did you distinguish between government tax rates and non-government rates? Did you distinguish that?
No, we didn't distinguish them, but here we are referring to only the rate and tax from the households.
Yes. So if you look at the breakdown of the actual revenue collected, can you go to that page, please?
Actual revenue collected. Which page is that?
Are you there?
Can you refer me to the page number?
These pages, they don't have numbers. It is on the, let me hand you over there.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I'm there.
Are you there?
Yes.
So those are part of the documents that you have sent to 5C?
Yes.
So look at the rent and fees. Are you there with me?
Direct me to the number. Rent and fees, yes.
Yes, so go to rates and taxes column.
Rent and fees.
Rates and taxes for 2019.
On the same page, huh?
Yes.
I saw public lands here.
You saw what?
I've not seen rates and taxes.
Let me help you.
Okay. Just take it, let me see.
License, rates, rent and fees, or income.
I think
so it is divided into subheadings. You have license, you have rates, you have other income.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I think I have the copy. Yes. Okay.
Are you there with me?
Yes.
What do you have on the rates? The first.
Residential rates.
How much do you have?
1.7 million.
Commercial?
135.
Please speak louder.
135,000.
Government?
Government is nil.
It's nil.
Yes.
So for government, we have it with respect to the national the audit for 2019.
Yes.
National Audit Office dated the 6th of May 2021 as $1 million.
Okay.
Do you see that? So that would be, in addition to the subvention, it will be 1.5 million.
Okay.
Now, what do you have for fire and insurance?
252,000.
252. So it's supposed to be 261,000 as per the audit.
Okay.
Do you understand?
What was the date for the audit and the date for this one? Because
the audit of Basse Area Council for the year ended 31st December 2019.
A date?
Dated 6th May 2021.
Okay.
Do you follow?
Yes.
Now it is less than what is stated in the audit report.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Yes, I agree.
Please speak louder. We cannot be telling you to speak louder all the time.
Okay.
Use the microphone and speak louder.
I'm sorry for that.
Yes.
Yes.
And so, areas of rates and taxes?
Areas for rate and taxes? Yes. It's nil.
It's nil?
Yeah, with me here. Yes.
Why do you have it nil?
We are not able to consolidate the figures.
Please speak louder, please.
I say we are not able to get the correct figures at the time.
No, that's not correct.
Okay.
You cannot say you are not able to get the correct figures at the time. You would know what the areas for rates and taxes are in a given year. Is that not the case?
Yes.
So why do you leave it nil?
Because for this one also,
yes,
the areas before the agreement, the areas before the machines we used, that was not included.
That's not correct. They are supposed to collect that.
Okay.
Once the agreement comes in place, they are supposed to correct the areas as well.
Okay.
It is not okay. You have to agree or disagree.
I agree.
So why will you leave it nil?
And that was part of the corrections that we want to make with them, that the areas before June 2020 should not be part of the agreement.
You said it was what?
I said the areas on rate and tax before June 2020 should not be part of the revenue sharing.
No. Where? Where do you have that in the agreement?
That was why I wrote this letter, so that we review it again.
That was why you wrote what?
This letter, so that we review it. We review the whole system.
No, but the agreement did not cover that.
Yes, you are right.
So that is not in the agreement.
You are right.
Yes, so you excluded that. So now turn to rent and fees.
Yes, rent and fees, yes.
Public lands?
Zero.
Why?
We didn't have figures for that.
Why would you have figures for that? In the audit report, there is the figure. $22,556. Why will you leave it nil? So the car park dues, you said the car park dues, they are not part of it?
They are not part of it.
And why? What is your reason?
We said it's not being collected by the machine.
By the machine?
Yes.
What do you use to collect it?
That one, the money is back to the line ministry and they forward it to
the line ministries?
Yes.
And they pay it into the bank account?
Yes.
How about land transfers?
Land transfers, they are supposed to be part of it.
What do you have?
Land transfers, we have 495,000.
495?
Yes.
Land occupancy?
459,000.
459,000?
59,000. Yes.
It should be 464,000.
Okay.
How about monthly canteen rents?
Monthly canteen rents, we have 1.2 million.
1.1 million. It should be 1.3. How about market daily fees?
Market daily, 1.294. 1.294,335.
It should be 1.6. How about weekly lumos?
472.
470.
472,400.
Now go to other income.
Yes, other income.
The higher of the whole.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Why?
We don't have any figures for the higher.
Sale of assets.
Sale of assets. Sale of assets. No, I couldn't.
Why? Why is it empty?
We don't have anything there.
No, you have.
Okay.
The audit has highlighted that there is $75,000.
Okay.
District tribunal fees.
It's nil here.
Why?
There is no figure for it.
What?
I cannot provide the finance.
Please speak louder.
Finance cannot provide any figures for it.
No, there is.
Okay.
There are records for that.
Okay.
32,850.
Okay.
How about district tribunal fines?
Also, it's nil here.
Why is it nil? So basically, what you have highlighted as being government subvention and government rates,
yes.
If you add it up, yes, it should probably be a little bit less than $21 million, but it cannot be $14 million.
You are right.
So why did you have the baseline as $14 million when that is not a correct representation of what the baseline is?
Yeah, because we are assuming that our expectations for the subventions will be.
It was not based on expectation. We had already passed that stage.
Yes.
It was based on the actual revenue for 2019.
Yes.
As at the time you were having you entered into this agreement, you have had the actual revenue for 2019.
Yes.
So therefore, it's not like expectation.
Okay.
You cannot base your revenue baseline based on expectation, and that was not the case. So when you sent $21 million, you were told to revise this by 5C. Is that correct?
Yes, they make a comment. They wrote to us to say that they have realized that part of our revenue lines, that is what I have mentioned, they are not collected by the machine, so we have to remove those ones.
But you went further to, in fact, omit so many revenue lines, and also reduce the amount of the revenues, the actuals for 2019. Why was that the case? Who advised you to do that?
This I want to believe, I'm not very much sure, whether this one was done before the audit. This, what we have sent to 5C.
Was done?
Before the audit.
It doesn't matter. The idea is...
Because the figures can change.
Why will that matter? The idea is the amount of money you have made in 2019, you should know already.
Yes.
This agreement was in 2020.
You are right.
So therefore, it doesn't matter whether the audit was done late 2019 or after that. The idea is the financial statement for 2019 was the premise of you drawing out what the baseline was in 2019.
Yes.
So 14 million was not a correct figure that you sent to 5C. So if anything, what you were supposed to subtract was $1 million for government rates, $500,000 for subvention, and probably $2 million also for the car park fees.
Yes.
So why would you come all the way down to $14 million? Who gave you those figures?
Now these figures, I received them from the finance department.
Finance department, who?
Yes. It was Babukar at that time.
Babukar?
Kante at that time.
Did you confirm these figures?
What he brought to me, that's what I also take.
Did you confirm?
No, I don't confirm that.
So you just signed and wrote a letter, signed the letter and sent it to 5C, revising the baseline all the way to $14 million.
Yeah, because when we sent them the 21 million and when they wrote back, looking at those conditions, now I assigned him to look at the revenue lines that we expect to collect with the machines so that we can have a final amount.
But if you look at the financial statement, you would know that most of the figures have been altered. you will know that in fact some were being omitted. They were indicated there as nil, when in reality it wasn't supposed to be nil.
You are right, Council, sir.
So why did that happen?
Yeah, I should have cross-checked.
The lesser the amount of the baseline, the more profit 5C will make.
5C, yes, I realized that one.
When did you realize that?
Even at the time of the baseline. The baseline was a serious push and pull between us, between the council and the 5C.
The council, as in who? Who was involved in the discussion of the baseline?
Myself and the finance director and the management.
Who were involved? You see, people testified before you.
Yes.
So the more honest you are, the better for you.
And I'm very honest.
So give me the names of the people that were involved in the discussion of the baseline.
This is what I mean. I am part of it. The finance director is part of it. That's why I said the management and the chairman
and the chairman is part of it.
Is part of the management.
Because whenever it comes to naming the chairman, you hesitate.
No, I didn't hesitate.
You do.
No, because I don't want to say anything against anybody.
If he is present in the meeting, he is present in the meeting.
But when I mention management, it means he is part of the management. Sir.
No, I had asked for names. You had conveniently mentioned your name because you cannot escape or not mention your name. Your name, we know you were present. You wrote the letter.
Yes.
So it was convenient for you to admit.
Yes.
And the finance director would have given you the figures.
Yes.
But to mention the chairperson or chairman, you refuse to do that.
No, but I said the management. When I say management, it cannot be only me and the finance director.
Is it not possible that you may have a management meeting and the chairman is not present?
It's possible.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
yes.
I want to know the people that were present.
Okay. The chairman was present.
Yes. So you had made the decision, yourself, the chairman, the finance director, whoever was present.
Yeah, based on the figures we received from the finance department.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
That would not be correct. You people decided to reduce and alter the figures. As I have shown you right now.
Okay.
You have decided to minimize the figures, to reduce them to 14 million as opposed to $21 million. Because if it was $21 million, in 2020, the year would have been for a loss for 5C.
Right.
Yes, so what is the interest in it?
There was no interest in it.
How would we know? When you can sit conveniently in your office as CEO,
yes,
will not confirm any financial statement and just sign a letter and send a letter to, can you please read the letter as well? It's Mark 13, I believe. The revised letter you have sent to 5C. Number 13.
Number 13 here I have an email.
Oh, 16, I apologize.
Okay, revised 2019 baseline.
Please speak louder.
Revised 2019 baseline.
Yes, draw the microphone towards you, so, and read, please, louder.
The Managing Director of 5C Energy, Bursubi Turntable, Bursubi, following further consultation regarding the 2019 total tax revenue that is agreed as per our baseline, we concluded that not all monies in the bank account submitted to your office in May 2020 as our total revenue were revenue derived from tax. A significant amount of the money was not tax revenue. Instead, annual subvention fund and grants, among other payments. We have therefore audited all the accounts and extracted the total in inverted commas, only tax revenue, which total to 14,713,593.42. Based on these figures, we write to inform you that this amount, as quoted before, 14.7 million, will now serve as our final baseline. And any income above this will be subjected to CRN in accordance with our contract agreement. Please find attached the financial breakdown.
Did you audit all the accounts?
Yeah, because
Did you audit all the accounts as you have stated in the letter?
At our level, yes.
Did you, CEO, was there an audit exercise conducted to respect to the accounts?
No, there was no audit exercise conducted. We look at the bank statements.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you look at the bank statements?
We look at the bank statements as to.
I'm asking you in your capacity as a CEO, did you look at the bank statements?
I gave the assignment to the finance director.
Did you look at the bank statement, CEO?
I did not look at
Did
the
you
bank
audit any of the accounts, CEO?
No, I did not.
So why did you write that letter?
I based it on the information I received from my director.
Were you provided with any audit report by the finance director or any form of calculation by the finance director at the time? You were not?
Yes.
So why did you write that letter? Knowing fully well that letter was not true.
It was based on the information I received from him.
Verbal information.
And what I mean, the written information showing the our revenue lines that we collected in 2019.
That actuals is very clear. It has omitted certain revenue lines, which you have admitted here.
Yes.
So that would not be a fair statement.
You are right.
But you knew at the time. You knew at the time.
No, honestly, I don't know.
You knew at the time, or you ought to have known, because if you did not know at the time, then if you had performed your function, you would have known that that was wrong. Those figures were wrong.
Yes.
Is that not correct?
You are right, yes.
And so you still went ahead, and then for that misrepresentation, you, the chairman and the finance director, you had caused a lot of financial loss to Basel Area Council, and in effect the country. Is that not the case?
I agree with you, yes.
I hand you over to council.
Just before you do that,
yes.
Mr. Ture,
yes.
Who introduced 5C to Basel Area Council?
Yes, I have said it before. We got the information from Brikama Area Council through their chairman, their chairperson, Mr. Silfo Songo, at that time.
And he introduced 5C to you?
To Basel Area, to our chairman.
And he did not give you any profile of them and what they are capable of doing, and so at least you could monitor what they had done in Basel to what they are doing for you. And is the contract the same that they did in Basel?
It's
the same contract?
The same contract in Brikama, the same words, the same property notes.
So it's like a copy and paste?
Yes, for
just
the contract.
Change the name of the area council?
Exactly, yes.
And with all of these flaws, were you able to get back to Brikama Area Council to say, look, this contract has so much flaws?
No, we didn't get back to them.
So you just accepted what you have signed?
Yeah, but after some time, like I said, I realized that there is a need for review.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Why did you not subject this to open tender?
This is part of it, yes.
CEO Ture?
Yes.
Why did you not subject this particular contract to tender?
It was not subjected to open tender because
why? Why? I already know you did not subject this to open tender.
We don't follow the due process.
You don't follow due process?
Yes.
In Basel Area Council. Why is that? Was that your decision?
Was that
your decision not to follow due process?
No, for this particular contract.
Yes.
We don't follow the due process.
For many contracts.
Okay.
The system auditor highlighted, in fact, for most of the contracts, you have not followed due process. But let's talk about this for now. Why did you not do that?
We don't follow it.
I know you did not follow it.
It was not correct.
I know it's not correct. But I want to know why you have done that.
You would have seek for advice, but we never seek for advice.
Why have you not followed due process? You are the CEO. Is that not the case?
Yes.
You know that you were supposed to follow a certain procedure. They are laid down GPPA rules and regulations as to what you should do before you commit public funds.
You are right.
Is that not the case?
That is the case, yes.
So before you award contracts to any company,
you should sort of follow the due process.
Yes.
All the procurement laid
fair
down.
competition.
Yes.
Public monies are supposed to be committed to certain contracts or so. So there has to be value for money.
Yes.
So for every dollar you pay any company, it has to be subjected to the rules and regulations. So why, and you knew about this?
Yeah, we knew about it. That if we are
the CEO, you
yes,
knew about this.
I knew about it, that any contract that is going to be awarded should go through the GPPA.
Why did you not do it then when you knew about it?
Well, it was a lapse on my side.
It was not a lapse. It cannot be a lapse. For all the contracts you have done, or most of it you have done, you never followed due process. Why was that the case? Let's just talk about this one for now. The rest we will deal with it later. But why did you not follow due process?
We don't follow the due process.
Because?
But for this other one,
yes.
At that time, we don't know about any other company.
No? Did you ask? If you had followed due process, that was the main reason as to why you would have known about other companies.
I know if we have tendered, we'll know whether there are other companies or no companies.
Why did you not tender? Why did you not follow the process?
It was totally wrong.
No.
We don't follow it.
You still are not getting...
Yes, Honorable Commission.
Yes.
Council.
Yes.
I don't follow the due process. For
Go
this
ahead.
yes, because we are talking about this.
Yes.
Yes, it is wrong that I do not follow due process.
I am telling you, I know that. We all know that.
But I don't have answer to why I do not follow the due process.
No, you see.
Yes.
Who was the decision? Do you not have a contracts committee?
Yeah, we have a contract committee. Yes.
And it's very ineffective.
Yes.
And you didn't even sit on this issue as a contracts committee. You did not.
I could not remember sitting.
You did not.
Yes.
You did not. But don't hesitate to prove me wrong as well.
No, I will not hesitate. I will check in the.
Yes, but you did not. I'm telling you.
Okay.
So now I am telling you, the contracts committee in Basa Area Council is very dormant.
Yes, you are right.
Yes, it's very ineffective. And each time you are awarding contract, you are spending council funds. It is between you yourself, the finance director, and the chairman, mainly.
Yeah, but the procurement is also invited.
The procurement is only a formality. In most occasions, you have disregarded procurement. We have had evidence of that, and we will deal with that as well with you.
Okay.
But you have already told us yesterday as well. For most parts, you disregard procurement.
Yes.
So what are you telling me? It's yourself, the finance director, and the chairperson, the chairman, who make decisions.
No, for yesterday, we were talking about the internal auditor, but procurement, yes, is today.
Procurement is?
They were talking about the procurement today, yes.
We even spoke about procurement.
Okay.
For you guys in Basa Area Council, trust me, you don't even, it doesn't matter whether it is procurement or internal audit, none of these units matter. And they are supposed to serve as check and balance.
Yes.
And you have a master's degree, you know this, you have had a good CV, you have worked in so many places. So what you are doing cannot be a mistake. It's either you are forced to do it or you are part of the problem. It's either someone is influencing the decisions or you together with the same people are influencing decisions. So which one is it?
Well, I'm never forced to do anything.
So you are doing it intentionally?
Yeah, because...
were you doing it intentionally?
Maybe due to lack of knowledge on the procurement process at that time.
You do not need to have experience in procurement. All you need to do is adhere to the rules and regulations.
You are right.
The committees should be functional.
Yes.
This one you know.
Yes.
So who brought again the 5C company?
The
5C company.
I have said that before. It was introduced
Who introduced them to you?
The former chairman of the Wellingara Council through our chairperson.
That is the problem.
Yes.
That is the problem. So you cannot tell me that it is not an influence. Were you not influenced to agree to this 5C contract?
Yes.
By the chairman? I'm asking you a direct question. Were you not influenced to agree to this by the chairman? It's either you take the blame or someone else is responsible. You have the choice. Were you not influenced to give contract to 5C?
No, we are encouraged. When
I am asking you a question. Just answer the question and we move on.
I was influenced when I saw their performance when they did the presentation, but not like somebody, who's influenced me to go in for it.
You know nothing about this company. You know nothing about digital revenue collection.
Before, yes.
You cannot be impressed.
When a presentation was done in our presence in Brika.
By one company, with no competition.
By one company, yes.
With no competition.
With no competition.
How do you know what other companies would have offered?
No, they would have offered.
You are an educated person.
Yes.
You don't speak like an illiterate.
Yes.
You don't come here and speak like an illiterate.
No.
You will insult yourself if you are speaking in this form. You had no information, adequate information, to decide which company would be better to do business with.
Yes,
because you were introduced, one company was introduced to you, and all you had, the information you had, was about what they presented to you naturally.
Yeah, the major problem was because we never tendered. If we tendered, they would have seen some competitors.
So who influenced the decision to hire 5C?
When it was presented to us,
who influenced the decision to hire 5C, to give contracts to 5C?
Well, it was not influenced.
Who made the decision?
The management made the decision.
How many of you?
Myself, chairman, and the director of finance.
And the
director of finance.
So the three of you are responsible for the agreement with 5C?
Yes.
The baseline as well, the reduction, the three of you are responsible?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, when you were writing to 5C about the revised baseline and saying that the sources of income that were not derived from the machines should not be part of the profit sharing, what were you basing that on?
What?
You wrote to 5C.
Yes.
And you were saying that the basis of the profit sharing should not include the revenue that is not derived from using their machines.
Yes.
Yeah, what were you basing that on?
Yeah, because when we are signing the framework agreement, those revenue lines were not there.
They were not there?
No, we don't put them there.
So you said government rates.
Yes.
Did you indicate in the agreement that government rates should not be included?
When we are signing this document, we provide them with the revenue heads.
And the revenue areas you provided, you just said rates, right?
Yes.
And rates includes government rates, commercial rates, and residential rates, right?
Yes.
So there was no distinction in the agreement about what type of rates they would collect or not.
You are right, but in this case we were referring to...
where did you refer it to?
No,
where did you refer to it?
No, it's not written here, but the rates that we are referring to is the rate and tax that we collect from the...
Let me give you an example. So if you go to court,
yes,
and you are saying, so say they sue you, and they're asking for their share of the rates that you've collected.
Yes.
Now you go to court and you tell the court that the agreement, yes, we said rates, but we did not mean rates. We did not mean government rates. Where do you want the court to figure that out from? Where are they supposed to get that from? How is the court supposed to decide whether you meant government rates or not?
Yeah, because you are right, because putting rates there is very vague.
No, but I want to know, because you based it on something, because you were sure you were right. So I want to know, if you had to go to court and this became an issue, how would you want the court to ascertain that you did not mean government rates?
Because I will tell them that the rate that I'm talking about is only the compound rates and not the government rates. But I should have...
And why would the court take what you meant that was in your head versus what's in the agreement?
The court will not take that.
Okay, so if the court will not take that, why do you think that the person that you had the agreement with should take it?
For them, in their correspondence that they wrote to us, like I said, I'll provide the email. It is written there that not all the taxes that we collect are part of the tax that
this is after you decided that you're reconciling, right?
Yeah.
And is this in the spirit of reconciliation that you were all having that conversation?
Yes.
Right. But it's not in your agreement.
We should have specified the type of rates that we are talking about.
Okay, so if you didn't, specify it,
yes,
then it means all rates.
Yes.
Okay, so that's one. Now, on page 10 of the agreement, at clause 6.2 on the PPP formula, it says the two parties, 5C Energy and Bassa Area Council, will be sharing the revenues generated from the implementation of the solution. Revenues are defined as the increase in the value of taxes collected and the non-tax income each year compared to the taxes and the non-tax income value collected at the start of the project. And then it says below is the distribution of revenue sharing between the two parties. Years 1 and 2, 50-50. Years 3 and 4, 45% to 5C. Years 5 and 6, 40% to 5C. Years 7 and 8, 35% to 5C. And years 9 to 10, 30% to 5C. So what do you understand by the increase in the value of taxes collected and the non-tax income? Would I be right if I said that it means that not only are you supposed to be sharing tax-generated income, also non-tax generated income?
Yes, you'll be right.
Okay, so if this is what you have agreed to, what do you base your revision on, saying that non-tax income should not be collected and only certain types of tax-derived income should be collected, etc.?
Yes, because when we wrote the 21 million, they wrote back to say that even though while this thing, the non-tax is already included here in the agreement, but they wrote back and said they have realized that not all the tax that we are collected are part of the, tax that should be collected. They are non-tax.
So what are the two of you bound by? What is Bassa Area Council and 5C bound by?
By this framework agreement and the MOU.
Okay. And if it's not in the agreement, it is only at the will of each party to decide whether to agree or not to agree, right?
Yes.
So if they decided they didn't want to agree to it, what would you have done?
Yes.
Yes, what?
You are right.
No, I didn't ask you a question. So how can my question be right? If they decided they didn't want to agree to it, what would you have done?
I will go back to the document to see whether it's there or not.
And if it's not there?
If it is not there, then
it's not there, but yes, what would you have done?
If it is there,
Mr. Ture, it's not there. So since it's not there, what would you have done?
We will not agree to that.
On what basis? Do you have a legal basis for not agreeing to it?
Because it's not part of the agreement.
Okay. So if it's not part of the agreement and they have a right to collect it from you because that's what you agreed to, what would be your legal basis for refusing based on the contract that you signed?
I will always refer to the contract document.
The contract says all rates. If they said pay me my share of all rates, and that's what you have agreed to, which is what you have agreed to.
Obviously we'll pay because that is what is in the contract, because we don't specify the type of rates.
Obviously you pay.
Yes,
So but you still haven't paid. You didn't pay in 2021?
No, we paid in 2023.
You paid in 2023?
Yes.
And you paid 800,000?
Yes.
Out of 3 million that is due for 2021 and 2022?
Yes.
So you haven't even finished paying for 2022 yet?
No, not yet.
Right. So you're still in arrears and you're still going on with the same agreement? Right?
Yes.
And your agreement has no dispute resolution clause?
It doesn't have?
You've already said that there's no termination clause. You have no dispute resolution clause.
No, we don't have.
Do you know what that means?
No, I don't know unless you explain.
Okay, so if you have a dispute, there's no clause saying how you're going to resolve it.
Okay.
And then page 3 of the agreement, at the top it says, now it is hereby agreed that based on the below technical and commercial descriptions of the solution, both parties are committed to sign a PPP, Public-Private Partnership Agreement, as per the Gambia PPP Act, to govern the provision of the project work to the municipality. The PPP agreement is to cover a period of 10 years and will be subjected to the laws of the Gambia. Now, do you know anything about the Gambia PPP Act?
No, I could not. I could remember reading it at that time, but I could not. I didn't familiarize myself with it.
That's because there's no PPP Act. So I'm not sure what you thought you were agreeing to. And then below that, it says both parties are committed to sign a final.
Towards the street bi comme niñ ko baaxoo di defee ak artiste yi.
Every day I wake up with a lot of complaints, yet no one to be blamed. Things get rough in my brain, only God